Well, we've been to everyone they've had. They always hire us, and we have a great time singing on the side of the mountain. They call it singing in the mountains.
They had a clean-cut look about them.
Oh, good people.
And they came
Salt
along.
of the earth.
They came along in the '60s, where I think some people wanted to see some just good, freshly scrubbed young boys, right?
They are that, and the people did love them, and still do love them. We still go up there, and they come down to our Swanee River Jubilee, and we
Great.
grown to. We watched them grow from little boys to
Mature folks now.
Mature people, yeah.
I think we're going to be real happy with that word maturing today. Okay.
That's a good word. I like it.
Well, here they are singing their big song, "Jesus is Coming Soon."
Troublesome times are here, filling men's hearts with fear. Freedom we all hold dear, now is at stake. Humbling your heart to God, safe from the chastening rod. Seek the way pilgrims trod, Christians away. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon, and he will meet their doom. Trumpets loudly sound, the dead shall rise in the sky. Going pain on night, heavenward bound. Troubles will soon be o'er, happy forevermore, when we meet on that shore, free from all care. Rising up in the sky, telling the world goodbye. Homeward we then shall fly, glory to share. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon, and he will meet their doom. Trumpets loudly sound, the dead shall rise in the sky. Going when on night, heavenward bound. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon, and he will meet their doom. Trumpets loudly sound, the dead shall rise in the sky. Going when on night, heavenward bound.
I mean to tell you, when Archie hits a high note, I mean, he gets way, way down. He's kind
No,
of...
he gets way back.
Oh,
Now, you bass singers have to go down,
Have to go.
but Archie goes back.
well, there must be a knack to it, because
I've seen him go so far back, you'd swear he's going to fall.
Gonna tip over.
Fall backwards.
well, they were great, and the people loved them, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
You know, this next group that we got, as I said, you had everybody and his brother on there, is a man probably loved as much as anybody in our field. Had sung tenor with the Statesmen probably, I think he came in '57 after Denver had died.
That's right.
And was with them on and off for about 13, 14, 15 years. People love Rosie Roselle, right?
He's one of a kind.
He's one of a guy. And as is true, the vocal band is a good test of this. So we've had a lot of different wonderful, talented people come through, and then they go off and do their thing. This was true with Rosie. He was with the Statesmen. And then went off to do his own thing with a group called the Searchers.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people may not know this group because they weren't around that long, but the little bit they were around, it was an exciting time when they came on stage.
Oh, they had a lot of excitement. They sure did. And Rosie and his wife Betty, and I think the group you're going to see here, you has Jack Tony in there and some other people, but
they carried a B3 organ with them, which was
Yeah.
kind of a new sound for a
Yeah.
group to do. And they sounded great. And the song they're going to sing is a song called "My God Is There." Listen to them.
Oh, that's good.
You're going to like this. I tell you what, Rosie knew how to get on his mule and get into town, didn't he?
Rosie was a natural tenor if one ever lived. He just did what comes naturally, and I liked it.
I did too. You know what? I've said this to Rosie, and I believe it. I think when he came into gospel music is the first time I heard some what we call soul, doing a little bit extra, not really, not just what there's on the paper, but putting some extra notes in there.
Just being himself, you know. His performance of "Oh, What a Savior" will put chills on you anytime.
Anytime it do it. And he could take a black spiritual. You know, there are many crosses between the black culture and the white culture down through the years. And I think they borrowed from us, and we have borrowed from them. And I think Rosie understood the black culture when he would sing a song like that.
I think he borrowed more than a lot.
I think he borrowed. You're right. Hey, Les, now that we're just here and there's just you and me, I got to confess something to you. There was another reason I used to get up every morning and watch a gospel.
I knew there must be some reason.
I wanted to see if indeed somebody had sung one of the songs that Gloria and I had written.
Oh, you're kidding, boy. Because there were a lot of Gaither songs on the Gospel Singing Jubilee.
Yeah, he touched me. I don't know how many
more
times.
than any other writer.
Well, you're very kind. And one of the groups that would sing a lot of our songs, and this happened because George and Glenn, we act like George and Glenn has the same last names, George Johns, Glenn Payne of the Cathedral Quartet. Back in the early days, did not have it easy. There were a lot of struggling days for them.
Yes, not long ago, we were talking about that, and Glenn was reminiscing about some old days. And
they feel very fortunate that in the last part of their career has been their biggest part of their career.
By far, but they deserve it.
they certainly do deserve it, and I think for young artists who think things happen overnight, they just need to understand.
It doesn't happen that way at all.
It really doesn't. And these two guys have just stayed in there with a lot of different changes in personnel from time to time. But they sang this song, Thanks to Calvary. It's a song, to be honest with you, we had written after we'd heard Doug talk about his conversion experience, about going back to the house where he used to live, and saying, you know, thank God we don't live there anymore. Some of the places where he used to go, said, thank God I don't go there anymore.
Yeah, so many people can relate to that. I think everyone who's had a past they're not so proud of, and then they accept Christ. The song says it well, and George sings it well.